right, I am back. Another episode of the Lois Lane Experience, y'all. Episode 2, here we go. Okay, so what we are talking about tonight, and I have talked to a lot of women as well as some men in regards to this topic, and I'm hoping that it doesn't carry over to like a part 2, but we'll get into that. We'll be talking about the fear of starting over, pretty much. What are some concerns with starting over after 30 and beyond? So that is what we're going to dig into today. Stick with me. I have a few points that I want to get across. Again, this is from experience. This is from just what my soul and spirit feel that I need to dispense, as well as just education from other relationship coaches and people who I consult with and converse with in regards to these different topics. So it's basically my experience to you. You could take it, you could leave it, chew it, figure it all out. I just hope that you take it for what it is, because that's what it is. I'm just gonna give it to you real, my way, Lois Lane way. So here we go. So let me first start with my fears. I said in the first episode that one of my biggest fears is that I will engage with someone who is not heterosexual. That is a huge fear of mine, because a lot of times people are still not comfortable with coming out or saying that they're bisexual, that they like both sexes, or anything at this point. I just feel like it's a lot for me personally. I think that would be the turning point for me, to where someone would have to literally come to my house, pick me up, and probably put me in one of those white jackets that you tie in the back, because I don't know if I'll be able to handle someone telling me that, especially after we've been intimate. Like, I don't think I'm that strong. And I commend who those women who are and who have lived through it. I don't think that I could do it. I've endured too much already, and I just think that would be a lot for me. That would be a lot. So that was one of my fears. Another one is, and I hate to say it because it's so true, trust issues. Like I don't, it's crazy, and I really do like giving people the benefit of the doubt when I meet new people, but I can't trust you, and I can't trust you based on my past experience with the same things a man would tell me. Like, if I would say, yo, such and such and such, and then they come back, well, I'm not like that person. That person is lame. I'm not sure who you were dating before. I'm the different one. I'm not like other dudes. Like, any dude that comes at me and say that I'm not like other dudes is clearly like other dudes. Every single one. And it's so funny, because and they very well could be different in some aspect, but I've talked to family, I've talked to friends, I've talked to people, men, and all of them say the most consistent thing. All men are going to do what they want to do, whether it be a player, whether it be an honest man, whether it be a loyal man. They're going to do what they want to do, and 9 times out of 10, if they can get away with doing something without a person knowing, they will do it until they meet someone who they want to change for. Now, apparently, I've not met that person who wants to change those ways for me. So, next chapter. But it's interesting, because it takes so much for us to regain trust. And when I give it initially and it's broken, it's like, well, I can't even trust you with something small. And then here it is, like, I give you my heart. It's like, what do I expect you to do with my heart if you can't even hold something that's not even important or relevant to, my day-to-day life. Like if I just throw you a bone and you just trample all over that, like what does that say about you? So these are the things that need, just two, that one of my fears of starting over, because I've been told the I love yous. I've been told the I don't want nobody else. I've been told I want to marry you. I've been told those things. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, and one of the things that came up that I say over and over and over, like, I appreciate compliments by all means from anybody, but that is not something that is owed to me. Okay, I know who my mother is. I know who my father is. I know who my creator is. Look at me, look at me. Okay, I don't have any doubts about what I look like. So if I'm getting compliments of beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I see this every day, and it's not, arrogant. It's just confident. Like, that's something that someone cannot take away from me. I know what I look like. I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. I know how intelligent I am. I know how to present myself. I know how to be ghetto, bougie, classy, ratchet, all of that. Okay, I can be Meg when I need to be Meg. Okay, I can be Beyonce. I can be whoever. I can be Michelle. I can go in the business meeting with the briefcase and get deal sealed and all of that jazz. I can do it. I've done it. So that's a confidence that I have that someone can't take from me. But when it comes to compliments and things, I don't feel like I'm owed a compliment. Like, if I don't say thank you, it's because I already know. It's not that I'm being arrogant. It's just say something different that I might have not paid that much attention to about myself. That's how you would get my attention. You tell me I'm beautiful, it's great. What is my reply? Like, what am I supposed to think? That's just like me going to the DMV. Okay, I go to the DMV. I know I'm going to get a license. I know my name. Okay, I know my name. They hand me my driver's license with my name. Am I to say thank you because they printed my name on the driver's license? No, because I know my name. I went there for a reason. So that's something that I already know. Like, that's just how I equate the analogy. Like, y'all might look at it different, but that's how I look at it. It's like, tell me something I don't know. Like, seriously. But anyway, back to trust. So there's a certain level of trust that I initially give to say, hey, show me who you are. And if it's something different than what you're saying, then I know for sure off front, like off rip, you can't be trusted. If you can't even be trusted within like the first few encounters that we have. And this is one of the red flags for me that I never paid attention to. Like, I'd always just throw out things and cast them off and be like, that's just you being negative. Don't do it. Don't listen to it. You're just trying to ruin it for yourself. Don't do it. Like, I literally was talking to myself like that. Like, man, I see something. Should I say something? Should I not? Like, if you feel like you are having that conversation within yourself, 9 times out of 10, this is probably not the route you should be going, or the route that you should be going with this particular person. And that's something that I had to learn. I used to ignore all of them just because I felt like that was something that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to look over the small little things that other people notice and be like, oh, that's that, stay away from that. Nah, this is how you know. This is how the game goes. That's another thing, the game. Yo, listen. Relationships and dating is not for the faint at heart, okay? If you don't know how to play chess, push the board away. This is not Uno. This is not checkers. This is not 21, okay? This is straight chess. Like, you really have to know how to move, and I had to learn it, and I'm still learning some things when it comes to what the game is all about. There's different aspects of the game of life, and this particular one is the courting, the dating, the relationship type games that are out there. And I don't care what age it is, there's some games being played, okay? I'm just trying to get on the winning side of the game, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nobody play with nobody's feelings or emotions. I'm saying for me, for Elo, okay? I'm going to be on the winning side of the game, okay? Whether it's to win you or just to win. That's what it's all about. I'm winning. This is 2020. I'm winning. I don't care what they say in the news. I don't care what's going on. 2020. I got a vision. I got goals. I got aspirations. I'm still winning, okay? And that's what we're doing. We all winning. All right. So those are my two main ones. The fear of the opposite sex not being straight heterosexual and trust issues. And one of those were on the list that I got from other people. Trust issues were one as well. Another funny one. Now this is from a more mature adult. Small penises. That was the response, and I said I was going to mention it. If you are intimate, if you are sexually active, if you are not keeping yourself until marriage, that might be a problem for you. That might be a problem for you. Or should I say for us? Yeah, let's say for us. I can't say that I have experienced such smallness of the human nature, but what I will say is I'm pretty sure that's probably either uncomfortable or no comfort at all. That's just what I would say. What I was saying. Okay, that's another thing. So here we go. Whether or not, now this has been an ongoing question. Is it okay to have sex on a first date, and does that make you a whore, a slut, or whatever? Now, today's generation, that's a part of the interview process. And the interview process is basically filling the person out to see if they're a good fit all the way around, sexually, chemistry, emotionally, all of that good jazz. Now, I'm personally not against your preference if you wish to sleep with someone, if it's 100% consensual on both ends, on the first date or not. That's up to you as well as your partner. No one is here to say what's right or wrong anymore, because we've threw away the Bible, we've threw away all the laws, we've just thrown it all away. Okay, we're just doing whatever you want to do nowadays. It's 2020. There are no rules, there are no commandments, there are nothing. I'm being facetious, y'all, but anyway, so yeah, just do what you want. Okay, I'm gonna do what I want. I don't have sex, I celebrate. Okay, I celebrate. I do not have sex. I'm gonna repeat that again. I do not have sex, I celebrate. Okay, y'all take it how you want it, but I'm keeping myself a marriage, so I celebrate. That's how I roll. Okay, facetious again, but anyway, so if you choose to give up the goodies, give up the cookie, give up the JJ, what have you, and on the opposite end, if you feel like you the man and you was thinking about waiting, and then a female was really aggressive, that happened. Then it could be a male or female dependent, but if you feel it's okay, if both of y'all consent and you do it, that's fine, that's whatever. I just say, just make sure it's something that you really want to do, because there is still a thing called soul ties. Okay, so if you don't want to keep sewing all these ties with all these souls, you might not want to do certain things that connect y'all together. Get what I'm saying? AKA sex. So making love, passion, whatever y'all want to call it, banging booties, whatever. You know what I'm saying. All right. You know what I'm saying. Human nature takes over. It is what it is. So yeah, to the young lady, good luck out there, because it's already slim pickings for straight men. And I'd hate to be the one to pick a straight one and a straight short one. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I've been through enough in my life to where I don't think God is gonna do that to me. I just don't feel like, that part of my life deserves that type of punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I done did a little some, but I just don't feel like, I was like Satan himself. Like, God, you ain't even really God. Like, that deserves a little weenie. Like, I don't feel like I deserve one. I feel like I deserve, what I deserve. Mandingo. That's what I deserve. Okay, anyways, moving on. All right, so the next one, complicated family dynamics. Whew. All right, either baby mama or baby daddy, or baby mama, daddy, baby mama, whatever the case may be. And I've experienced some of that kind of drama. I don't feel like, if it's not a good situation, if it's not a honest situation, it's probably not going to work. Okay? You have to be upfront with the person you were pursuing on both ends, whether it's, you as a dude have a kid or you as a female have a kid. Like, be honest. Like, is the person still in your life, and how are they still in your life? Like, there's so many deceptions in regards to what to classify people as. I've heard, oh, we just the best of friends, so we gonna click like that, or I'm always love them, or that's my kid's mother, or that's my kid's father. Like, I've heard so many things, and I was new to understanding that this day and age, when they still like this, or they still live with them, or it's still that close connection, and it's a co-parenting type of nobody in no child support situation, 9 times out of 10 they probably still with that person. That's something I had to learn the hard way. Like, there's just no way that I would have been able to tell, because I hadn't ran across it and I hadn't talked to nobody about it. Of course, I hadn't read up on it. It's life. You just go through life bumping your head. Of course, it's me. But yeah, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, just make sure it's something that's right for you. And which is one of the fears, that's on the list. So that's kind of, I guess, one of the important things to know. And then how the age of the child matters too. If they 6 months to 5 years, 9 times out of 10, they probably still together. Unless, the parent has passed or married or got their own stuff going on. But if they both single and they ain't with nobody, they with each other. I had to learn that. I did. Yeah, I did. I had a blown moment that time, but I did. All right, next one. Another fear of starting over is to avoid insecurities. This one is a rather disheartening topic, to avoid insecurities. And I talk to women too many times to where we feel degraded, we feel insecure about certain parts of us as an individual, whether it be outward or inward. And men may have insecurities, but it's more so talked among women. But it's disheartening because I know some bad women. Like, when I say we are like bosses in every way possible, like, everybody got their little things, going on, but amongst all of that, we are some bosses. And when we come together, we are so broken, and it's like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, whew, okay. Let's see. Okay, I think I got a little time to talk about this. I posed a question. I posed a statement in my Instagram stories, and it said, "Black men, please treat us better, please." And I got a response from a friend, and I didn't go back to respond because it would have been too long to DM somebody, and I didn't respond, but I wanted to talk about it. And he was like, "Please explain, how can we do better?" This is a loaded question for our Black men, for our culture. One, my suggestion, okay, is to heal from whatever you feel makes a manipulative situation or a deceptive situation where you feel like you got to steal from someone, and it doesn't necessarily have to be tangible. It could be something that, whether you're just stealing energy. People suck the life out of you sometimes. Whether you feel like you have to be so aggressive all the time, whether it's vulgar language or whatever, like heal from whatever got you to a point of sadness or frustration or feeling like the world don't appreciate you. Like, before you seriously try to go out there, like everybody wants a companion, whether you want a permanent companion or not. Everybody likes people that they want to talk to. Everybody wants that one person or two or 10, how y'all do polygamy, that you want to go to and be able to express and just have a listener and all of that, even without the sexual part of it. Everybody wants that person, but the reality is, when our expectations aren't met, it makes us respond or react a certain way. And so if we feel like, okay, this person should be doing this, they ain't doing it, I'm gonna just do whatever, say whatever, or I'm gonna ignore their feelings, or I'm gonna just completely use them for everything they got. Like, those are the things that I'm talking about healing from. And I'm definitely not a coach. I'm definitely not a therapist. I'm just talking about experiences that I've been through, that I know that there are some issues that men have. I dated a guy who was hurt so bad by learning that his father cheated on his mother, to where he was just going sleeping around and he couldn't control it. And it affected us because I didn't know he did it. And then when I found out, it was too late. It was like my heart was already broken, blah, blah, blah. And it's just certain things that trigger responses or reactions within us to make us do certain things. So my first suggestion is to heal from whatever you think is going to stop you or push you towards something that's negative. Because I've been manipulated, I've been deceived, I've been used, I've been verbally abused. It's so many areas where it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary, especially if you are engaging or you are pursuing someone to where they feel or they think that it's a pure and honest pursuit, and in turn it's not. And I'm not saying everybody's like this, and I'm not saying everybody's on the same level, but if you sit back and you look at what you've done and how you've done it with other women, and men too, because it goes both ways. Don't get me wrong, it goes both ways. It's just I talk more to women about these things. If you sit back and look at how you've moved in certain situations, in certain relationships, you can pinpoint and know what you did wrong to the other person, as well as myself. You can identify with what went wrong and why it went wrong and what you did to make a certain person do something. You can identify it. It's just pride and ego at this point. But those are the two things. I just feel like healing from it, and if you're not prepared, just walk away, or be honest, be upfront, tell the truth, say, hey, I'm not ready for a relationship. I need you to know that right now. I just want to sleep with you. I just want to have good loving sex because you bad. Look at you. You're bad, baby. I want to sleep with you. I want to flip it up and down. I want to cook it. I want to bake it. Okay. All right. So, all right. The next one, protecting your emotions. This one, okay. All right, I can identify with this one. I'm not gonna lie, I can identify with this one because I'm a Libra, and if I'm attracted to you, 9 times out of 10, it's not just by happenstance. Okay, I get approached a lot. I get approached in person. I get approached through DM. If I actually notice you, there's something about you. And I think that that's one of the things that Libras have. to where we're emotionally engaged in whatever it is that we pursue or we attach ourselves to. So if I'm like, if you got my attention, you got my attention, and that is no lie. Like that's what I'm trying not to say something backwards, so that's why I was laughing. But yeah, if you got my attention, you have my attention. So with me and my emotions, I really have to be guarded, because I can fall, and I can fall fast, and I can fall off of the sweetest thing that has nothing to do with nothing else. Like, it'd be like, what? You fell for that? Come on, man. Like, that's just how we are. We're so gentle in when it comes to that part, when it comes to chemistry and passion. It's just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Libra. It is what it is. I'm sorry, just what it is. But yeah, I would just suggest protecting your emotions at all costs. Brother could be fine, sister could be bad. If you feel like you are an emotional person and you get attached easily, the best thing you can do is force yourself to not be attached. Because what that's going to do is create it's going to create a pattern. It's going to create a pattern within your subconscious against what you're normally doing. Like with me, if I'm into you, like I'm into you, like yo, I'm like boom, okay, I'm like in it, like I'm in it, like what's going on, how can I help, like this is I'm there, I'm like there. So I literally have to like make myself be like, yo, stop, all right, focus on this, and maybe, you know, this will pop back up to where it, you know, requires your attention. But all the time, every day type things don't require that much attention. And that's just how I've been in situations to where it accustomed me to receiving that. Like I had my ex, he FaceTimed me like 4 times a day while I'm at work, while he at work. Like it was crazy. Like I'd never experienced. I'm like, I'm not gonna know how to feel after this if I don't get this type of attention. And like I was like, whoa, like I didn't experience it before, but then when I experienced it, I was like, this is kind of fun. Like this is cute, blah blah, you know, all of that jazz. And then it was like, of course, he ended up cheating. I don't know where he had the time. Apparently he had no sleep, but that was what it was. But yeah, I really have to, because I be in like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Like, if y'all, I don't know. If y'all know some ways, tell me, because I don't, like, I am so gushy. I'm a gushy person. I'm a hopeless romantic. I just like doing corny, goofy stuff that's sweet, that's sentimental. Like it doesn't have to be big and extravagant. It could just be, you know, eating ice cream or something crazy to where it's just us enjoying each other's time. It doesn't have to be like something, you know, the most expensive restaurant or us decked down and in the best car. Like seriously, I just want to enjoy life, okay? Some of us are not waking up in the morning, some of us are not going home at night. So I just like to enjoy life and without pressure. That's what it is. So yeah, okay, so in a nutshell, the fear of starting over for some of us, avoiding toxic situations, trust issues, having complicated family dynamics, avoiding insecurities, and protecting your emotions. So share this episode with your family and friends, or anyone you feel that is 30 and over, and even younger, but specifically understanding you're in a different tier in your life, a different stage to where you're getting more mature, you're getting more settled, you're getting more level-headed with life, and now it's like you're having to seek or be sought out 30 and above. So yeah, share, make sure you listen to the podcast on Apple iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Rate me, please. And that is all for episode 2. I will talk to you guys later.